Live at 5 starts now.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News, live at 5.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
Mic check, 1, 2, 3.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And Ridgeland High School in that tough Region 6 4A conference. And even though this is just game one of year after year that has turned the Bruins and Panthers into a very, yes, I can hear you. Can you hear me? La, 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 la. Awesome. Great.
1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Hello, everybody.
Yes, it's Friday, September 22nd. I can.
Did you?
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News, live at 5.
We don't want anyone else to go through this.
Find out what 3 men are accused of doing that left a local business out several $1,000s. With multiple hurricanes this year, you may start to see mini deals for places known as travel destinations, but you may want to look before you book that trip. Live at 5 starts now.
With coverage you can count on, this is Channel 3 Eyewitness News, live at 5.
Good afternoon. Happy Friday, everybody. I'm David Carroll.
And I'm Cindy Sexton. We begin with a developing story. A man is in critical condition after falling 40 feet into a hole at a construction site.
Now, this happened in East Ridge. Fire, rescue, and police officers were called to help. Life Force carried the man to the hospital, and we're working to learn more about exactly what happened. We'll let you know as soon as we find out.
Well, new at 5, a local Dalton business sold tires to 3 men, only to learn the credit cards used were no good. Now the small business is out several $1,000s.
The Dalton Police Department is investigating fraudulent transactions, and Channel 3's Tim Pham spoke to the business owner, whose bottom line took a big hit.
In all, the suspects got away with about $4,000 worth of tires, but before they rolled out, they were all caught on camera. It's a red flag Edward Arevalo saw coming. These men ordered tires over the phone, but didn't want them installed. The 2 suspects drove off with a full set of new wheels. 4 days later, Arevalo learned he was left empty-handed.
They send some letter, and it's when I go to the police and report what happened.
His credit card company says the crooks made $4,000 in fraudulent charges.
We're feeling bad. You know, everybody feeling bad when somebody touch your pocket.
He knows this all too well. A week earlier, a similar phony card was used, a big hit for this small business.
People trying to, make a living, out of this, and this happen, we don't want anyone else to go through this.
Police are looking for at least 3 people traveling in a white van with damage to the back lift gate.
The boss is a good person, he tries to help out our customers as much as we can.
The transactions were all made over the phone. It's a convenience Arevalo wants to continue offering his customers. Right now, he's trying to figure out how to bounce back from this loss.
Feeling really bad. It's $4,000. It's just too hard made.
If you have any information or recognize the suspects, police want to hear from you. Reporting in Dalton, Tim Pham, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
Thank you, Tim. The tire store has been in business for about 5 years, and the owner tells us the recent thefts have never happened before. Anyone with information should call Dalton Police. New tonight, a man on the state's top 10 most wanted list is in custody. This is Demetrius Buchanan, who turned himself in after being wanted by the Chattanooga Police Department. He was described as a suspect in a homicide on South Kelly Street from last August.
The Derek Morse trial is in its 4th day. Morse is one of 3 people charged in the Lookout Valley triple murder in April of 2014. Today, testimony centered around a witness from the TBI's forensic unit. Testimony revealed DNA did not connect Morse or the other suspects charged in the case to 3 weapons collected in the case. The DNA found was from an unidentified male, but it's unclear who that person is. The witness did testify that DNA can be washed off when an item is left in the elements. The pistol was muddy and dirty when tested for DNA. Coming up in the next half hour, Channel 3's Michelle Herron will join us live from the Hamilton County Courthouse with what else unfolded today.
Another murder trial making headlines is the Holly Bobo trial in West Tennessee. The jury is still deliberating after starting yesterday. Now, Zachary Adams is being tried as one of 3 charged in the death of the young woman. Adams is charged with the abduction, rape, and slaying of Holly Bobo, who was 20 when she disappeared from her home in 2011. 2 ginseng hunters found Bobo's remains in 2014 in the woods in Decatur County, about 100 miles from Nashville. Adams faces the death penalty if convicted of first-degree murder. The judge has given the jury until 6 p.m. Central each day to deliberate. Another Senate showdown on health care. Today, Senator John McCain says he cannot, in good conscience, vote for the Republican bill repealing the Obama health care law. That's a statement that could deal a fatal blow to the GOP health care push. McCain says he cannot back the partisan GOP measure because we could do better working together, Republicans and Democrats. Now, the senator's announcement this afternoon came as a surprise to many. Kentucky Senator Rand Paul also says he will vote no. Republicans control the Senate 52-48, and all Democrats oppose the bill, so 3 GOP no votes would doom the bill. The bill's co-sponsor, Senator Lindsey Graham, tweeted today, "My friendship with Senator John McCain is not based on how he votes, but respect for how he's lived his life and the person he is."
Tennessee Republican Lamar Alexander was in Chattanooga today and commented on the looming health care vote. The senator called it a home run for Tennesseans.
Under the Graham-Cassidy plan, Tennessee would get $1 billion more a year to help low-income Tennesseans with health insurance.
Alexander went on to say the proposed plan would also put Medicaid on a budget, and he claims it's been growing out of control. The new health care proposal could be ready next week. In just a few hours, President Trump will hold a campaign rally in Huntsville, Alabama. He's campaigning for Luther Strange to keep his U.S. Senate seat. Strange was appointed to the seat after it opened up when Jeff Sessions took the job of Attorney General. The campaign rally is at the Von Braun Civic Center this evening. Strange is facing State Supreme Court Justice Roy Moore in a runoff on Tuesday. The winner will face Democrat Doug Jones in a special election in December.
Here in Chattanooga, EPB, in partnership with National Laboratory, is developing cutting-edge technology with the vanadium redox flow battery. It's a pilot project that has the ability to store energy until it is needed during, say, a heat wave or extremely cold weather. Once the testing is complete, this technology could be used across the U.S. to modernize power grids, making them more reliable and bringing more affordable electricity to all of us. The system is installed at EPB's Solar Share Community Solar Array in Chattanooga. Here at Channel 3 today, we want to say thank you to a very special group of people, our Sky Watchers. There they are. These folks from all around the Tennessee Valley contribute to our Channel 3 Storm Alert team with the most accurate weather information.
We always appreciate them, from rain amounts in Murphy to temperatures in Dalton. These folks are helping hands for our meteorologists here at Channel 3. The room will soon fill up as we entertain them right here at Channel 3, and it's our chance once a year to say thanks for all you do for us.
We're live at Northwest Whitfield High School ahead of our game of the week. The Bruins are hosting the Ridgeland Panthers. I'll have a preview after the break.
Hey, it's Friday. That means our Friday night football crew is out getting ready for the game of the week.
Oh, what a game tonight. In North Georgia, the Northwest Whitfield Bruins are taking on the Ridgeland Panthers. A couple of good ball teams there, and sports reporter Jill Jelnick is on the scene with more for tonight's game. Hello, Jill.
Hey, David. Hey, Cindy. This game is as big as it gets tonight in North Georgia. This is the first region game for Northwest Whitfield and Ridgeland High School in that tough Region 6 4A conference. And even though this is just game one, guys, the winner of tonight's game will no doubt have a huge advantage down the line when it comes to the final standings. There are already 3 undefeated teams in this conference, with one of them being Ridgeland High School. So wins will be hard to come by now until the end of the regular season. Last year, Ridgeland beat Northwest Whitfield 48-42 to open up conference play. And that win was one of the deciding factors that gave the Panthers the ultimate region championship in the end. So, again, I can't stress enough, every one of these region games is crucial, and it seems that it's that same competitiveness, that same intensity year after year that has turned the Bruins and the Panthers into a serious rivalry.
It's just one of those things. We know of a lot of their players, a lot of their kids go to the camps and stuff that our guys do. They're really good kids, you know, they're really good football players. So I think it's a healthy rivalry. I think both teams respect each other, know that there's a possibility they can win. But at the same time, I think both teams think they're the better team. So, you know, it'll be a very competitive game.
Now, coming up later, we'll hear from Kennesaw State commit Markeith Montgomery on why his Panthers team is always so hungry. It's because their team motto is to eat. I'll have him explain coming up later at 5:30. But for now, live at Northwest Whitfield High School, Jill Jelnick, Channel 3 Eyewitness Sports.
Thank you, Jill. Still ahead, are you planning a trip to the Caribbean?
Well, after the break, we have details on why local travel agents suggest you lower your expectations.
A few showers well south and east of Chattanooga right now, out in the Blue Ridge Mountains of Georgia. Looks like this weekend's going to be pretty nice if you love summertime weather. It's all coming up on my 7-day forecast.
The Caribbean islands took a beating this hurricane season. Recovery will take years for the islands' economies that rely heavily on tourist dollars.
As you might expect, those recent storms are keeping local travel agents quite busy. Here's Channel 3's Lori Mitchell.
Puerto Rico, St. Martin, the U.S. Virgin Islands. These are just some of the destinations devastated by hurricanes. Many are now wondering how quickly they'll be able to bounce back.
It's going to take them a long time to recover. Not only have they lost homes and businesses, but the tourism dollars are not going to be there.
The Caribbean relies on tourism and was just gearing up for its peak winter season.
Come December, January, February, that's the major time where they see the tourists come in and really bolster their economies.
Some resorts are already promoting discounts. H&K Luxury Travel Advisor Amber Dixon says we'll likely see more deals in the future.
Hardest hit areas are definitely just closed. They're recuperating, they're restoring their infrastructure, and when they reopen and they assess and try to get tourists back, we may see some offers on the table.
Dixon is now sending clients to Europe, South America, and Mexico. You'll remember just last month, the U.S. State Department issued a travel warning to Mexico because of a spike in homicide rates.
The recent news, a lot of travelers shied away from booking Mexico vacations, but with the Caribbean out of commission for a while, the interest in Mexico may pick back up.
But if you still want to go to the Caribbean, Dixon says keep your expectations low, at least for now.
So if you are planning on traveling to the Caribbean, just keep that in mind, that beaches were washed away, infrastructure is gone, palm trees are gone, and that natural beauty just cannot be restored overnight or in a few weeks or months. It's going to take time for the Caribbean to fully recover.
Lori Mitchell, Channel 3 Eyewitness News.
And we checked in today, and officials in Puerto Rico say power won't be fully restored, they say, for 4 to 6 months.
Channel 3 Eyewitness News traffic sponsored by CHI Memorial's Chattanooga Heart Institute. TAVR is the first of its kind technology for heart valve replacement without major surgery. Now that's revolutionary. Visit ChattanoogaHeart.com.
We have made it to the weekend, and hopefully you can make it home without too many problems. Chattanooga police are busy working to clear a few accidents. Jenkins Road at Stanifer Gap, one on West 20th at Long Street, also working Ringgold Road at McBride, along with Central Avenue at Rossville Boulevard. And taking a look at traffic as it moves through downtown, well, it's not moving very fast. Pretty slow commute as you travel between the 27 split and 75 split on I-24, both east and westbound. Commute time between the splits right now, you're looking at about 11 to 15 minutes. From the US 101 Information Center, it's Mo with your Eyewitness News traffic.
Thank you very much, Mo. Well, just this week, as some of you may know, I joined the 30-year club here at Channel 3 along with Cindy and Paul Barris. As long as I've been here, I remember the Sky Watchers.
Yeah.
They've helped us for a long time.
I think maybe some of them have been here that long. These folks are helping hands to our meteorologists at Channel 3, and we like to bring them in and give them a nice dinner and say thank you. And they're right in the middle of getting served right now, and we love meeting and greeting those folks face to face. We always hear their names from Chief Meteorologist Paul Barris every evening. So, Paul, take it away.
I'm glad that that they're still with us. We have one Skywatcher still who started with me 32 years ago. And I told her, I said, but don't tell everybody, Sandra Russell. I said, don't tell everybody that you're the oldest one. I said, you're the one that's been here the longest. All right, for the summertime weather, this is going to continue. A big bubble of warm air is sitting over the Great Lakes where they're getting record temperatures into the 90s all across the Midwest today, up into the mid-90s in actually some places. And that jet stream way off to the north, so we're going to remain fairly high and dry coming up for the next 7 days or so. What we're looking at are some showers that have moved over Gilmer County out through Ellijay, pushing down towards the south and to the west. That's right, everything's sort of coming in from the east and down towards the south. This is Vipercast showing really not much happening for tomorrow. Tomorrow afternoon, an isolated shower may appear, but I'm only going to give it about a 10% chance. I think the best chance is going to be in the Blue Ridge Mountains. By Sunday morning, it looks dry. Sunday afternoon, just a few scattered clouds. We'll call partly cloudy coming up. And right into Monday morning, too. It doesn't look like much happening. Here's Maria, still out, just clipping the Bahamas and moving off towards the north. This is the wave we think it's going to be moving off. And then probably just halfway between Bermuda and North Carolina, we hope. But still a chance it may go closer to the Outer Banks. Right now, winds are 125 miles an hour. It's Category 3. It's going to drop down to a Category 1, we're hoping. Again, there are some showers out along the Bahamas you can see here, and there have been some showers to the south of us, too. Currently, it's 89 in the city, 88 Athens, Dayton, Cleveland, 86 Dalton, 87 Murphy, 85 Altamont, very warm temperatures. Normal highs around 81, winds are light and variable. 90 was the high at the airport, 66 the overnight low. Close enough to our forecast of 88, though, that I'll accept that forecast as okay. Not perfect. Vipercast, again, the wider version, really showing very, very little around here. An isolated shower still possible tomorrow afternoon, mainly in the higher elevations. We're going to have to watch the Gulf of Mexico, I think, over the next couple of weeks. Something may pop there. Sunday afternoon looks dry. Into Monday morning looks dry. Monday afternoon looks dry. We get into Monday night and into Tuesday morning still looks dry. All right, tonight 68 with fair skies, light winds tomorrow. Highs around 88, partly cloudy with light winds tomorrow night. 66 with fair skies, so very little change. The summer reruns will continue right into Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. Very little change there. One of the easier forecasts I've had to make in a long time. Chance for any rain, even into Thursday and Friday now, looks slim. And anytime a hurricane gets anywhere close to you, usually it puts a kibosh on anything really changing. And this one is going to do the same thing. Everything's sort of come to a standstill until this hurricane makes up its mind. But it looks like now it'll stay off the coast.
And still not what we'd call ideal football weather. Still a little warm for that.
But it's okay for the fans. They'll accept that.
That's true.
They won't be freezing, that's for sure.
Not yet. Thank you, Paul.
Okay.
We have some video we want you to see here. This is seen here from Florida, where hundreds of cows were herded to safety this morning, safety from the flooding. It's a 4,000-acre ranch in Florida, and this herding was organized after some of the animals were found dead and many more were considered at risk. All this, of course, because of the rainfall following Hurricane Irma.
Elvis Presley's Graceland has announced it will host the very first holiday concerts ever, December 15th and 16th. Christmas with Elvis at Graceland will feature a live orchestra presenting Elvis's biggest Christmas hits. The second night is an Elvis Gospel Christmas featuring Terry Blackwood and the Imperials. And a second show will put Elvis on the big screen with a live band of incredible musicians backing him up. Tickets are on sale now and start at $35 per concert. Interesting. And the Kidney Foundation's Dare to Dance fundraiser is tomorrow night. The event pairs professional dancers with local celebrities to raise money for kidney patients right here in the Tennessee Valley.
And this year, our own Lori Mitchell, whose dancing has been compared to Beyonce. I was going to put a little pressure on her there. She's dancing to raise money for the cause. This is the Kidney Foundation's biggest fundraiser of the year, and it's a sellout, but you can always support your favorite dancer and help local kidney patients. Let's take a look, shall we? Look at Lori. Oh, she's got the moves. Yes, you can make a donation online or send a check to the Kidney Foundation. Two other Channel 3 personalities known to be very light on their feet, David Carnes and Julie Edwards, will be emceeing Dare to Dance. It's going to be a fun night. It'll raise a lot of money for people who can really use it. So Lori, good luck. We appreciate you and we respect you for doing this.
We do. Kudos to Lori for getting out there and doing this. And she looks great. Look at her. She's going to be the best.
And you know, she has been rehearsing for weeks and weeks. She's a perfectionist, and I think it's going to show in her performance.
We'll
and thanks to all the other dancers too. They're all working hard.
They are. Still ahead on Live at 5, it's been mostly a good week for scorers at local restaurants.
But health inspectors say there are a few places that could work on their food safety, and we'll have details coming up next.
If you want to celebrate this change of season.
And who doesn't? You know, fall just started an hour ago. Hey, let's go out and celebrate. But first, let's watch John Martin's restaurant report card.
The first weekend of fall, restaurants across the area came in with high scores, but 2 are starting off the new season on a sour note. The Buffalo Shack on Tunnel Boulevard has Hamilton County's only failure of the week, coming in with a 68. Remember, a failing score is considered a 69 or below. The inspection reports say that the sink area was dirty. There were no paper towels there either. The inspector says the manager was without food safety knowledge and the permit was not current. The counters were also contaminated with raw chicken. Now in North Georgia, no failures to report, but Choo Choo Kettle Corn and Lemon Shakers may need some aid. They came in with a 76. Remember, that's considered a fair score. Overall, they had some food safety issues. The inspector observed no procedure to wash hands and went over the details of sink requirements and when to wash procedures. That includes having hand sink. There wasn't one. Also, employees were using their bare hands to slice those lemons for the lemon shakers. The inspector also found that surfaces coming in contact with food were not being cleaned at the proper intervals, and there was no sanitizing procedure in place. Well, we've got a full list of all this week's scores on our website. Remember, if you have a complaint about a restaurant, pool, daycare, or gym, call your local health department, and as always, enjoy your meal.
Thank you, John. And we always like to report re-inspections when needed. Choo Choo Kettle Corn and Lemon Shakers got an 84 on their second inspection. They still had a few food handling issues that will need to be taken care of by November.
Still ahead, a Halloween display has officers in Tennessee saying, "Don't call us. We'll show you what the homeowners did, and you can decide if it's really as frightening as some claim."
And later at 5:30, our tech reporter shares what you need to do before trading or selling your old smartphone.
Yes.
Valley triple murder trial continues. We'll have the latest.
This news live at 5:30.